Hello, friends, and welcome to Figure Study, where we appreciate the form in Transformers. And we are back with the Beast Wars, taking a look at Generations Rhinox. And I am of two minds about this figure for pretty much the same reason everyone else is, which we'll get into once he's in robot mode. But, yeah, here's Rhinox. He is a rhinoceros. And this is a really good-looking rhinoceros. I mean, I think I mentioned in the Rat Trap video that... I may have also mentioned in the Optimus Primal video that I never really owned that many Beast Wars toys, and Rhinox was one that I never owned. And I have seen pictures of the original Beast Wars Rhinox, and it's terrible. So, this is something of a treat. I mean, you know, it's a brick. Can't do any real posing, and also if you look at him from the back, you've got like green undersides of robot feet that I kind of feel like, you know, like they could have either molded it in different colored plastic or have painted it. It would have been better to just mold it, I think, but like if they had molded it in a plastic that was like this color and then painted the tops black, it would have been great, because then that wouldn't stand out quite as much. Not sure, like there's really nothing they could have done here though. On the underside, you know, obviously you got stuff going on. Nothing that necessarily screams robot, unless you open his mouth all the way. And that's just like creepy Pac-Man rhino mouth. But if you open it just a little bit, it looks okay. You can kind of mess with this flap back here to... I guess you can't. Never mind. I'm a liar. But yeah, you've got options in terms of like moving the head slightly, but you can't really do much other than just sit him down and be like, look at that pretty rhinoceros. But, much like Rat Trap, there's only a tiny bit of paint in the beast mode, which is fine because, I mean, he's a rhino. Really, he just needs to look gray and leathery, and he does. Some really nice molding. Like, I love all, like, the little bumps and wrinkles they put into this. It really does make it look like rhino skin. It's really impressive. Just the molding that went into this. And of course you got the toes. One of his little toes has a little scuff on it. That's a shame. Are his back toes okay? His back toes are okay. Yeah, I mean it's impressive, just like the proportions and stuff. It's really good for looking like a rhinoceros. And the tail is kind of flexible, but pardon me. But, yeah, I mean, I guess this could have been painted a little bit, but, yeah, I don't really care. I don't think many people do. The face, though, the face is really nice. Like, that is a very nice rhino face. It doesn't look evil like Rat Trap's rat mode does. Like the little ears. Supposedly there was like going to be a gimmick where the ears would move, but that didn't happen, and that's fine. I'm generally not a big fan of gimmicks. I just want my toys to, you know, be fun to transform. But yeah, just the detail, the molding, the leathery looking skin, like it's really, really fantastic sculpting. Even the horn, like it has those ridges in it that make it look like actual horn. And that's really all they painted, was just the eyes, the horn, and the teeth. And technically the teeth are part of the robot mode. Although you do get, they kind of painted the teeth a little bit there too. Or did they paint it, or is that a different, pardon me a sec. Oh no, that's a different color plastic. Still, that was a good idea. Oh, I see. I'm seeing this now. This is actually, the horn pieces are there, so this isn't even painted, this is molded. But still, it looks really good, and it works, like that was actually really clever. They've got the same color for the horn as the top teeth, and who's going to be the wiser? So yeah, Rhinox's Rhino mode is very, very nice looking. And a decent size, too. Here we've got Samus and Trigger Happy, because, as always, he's a pretty decent sized rhino. In terms of length, he's actually ever so slightly longer. Maybe not ever so slightly, but he is like maybe about a half-inch longer than Trigger Happy is tall, which isn't bad. So yeah, I mean, you can't really do anything other than just look at the Rhino mode and appreciate how well sculpted it is. But, I mean, it is really well sculpted. And then there's the robot mode, which is where my issues lie. Generations Rhinox. This guy is very neat looking. He's also got his belly Gatling guns, which I'm just gonna show these real quick. That's neat. And he can dual wield, all that good stuff. So, first the good things. I mean, I do really like this. I like how this all ends up coming together. There's a lot of Rhino hanging off his back, but it's like an acceptable amount because it's the way it tucks away. It works. Like the way that folds away is nice. And then the rest of it is just part of his body, which, like Rat Trap, I think kind of helps bring that merging of machine and animal together a little bit better. Because you've still got like bits of the Rhino for the legs, and then like more mechanical bits for the thighs, and then some new detail that's kind of hidden in Rhino mode, but still Rhino-ish. Like the Rhino arms become the robot arms, the Rhino belly kind of becomes part of the chest, and yeah, it works. It works really well. And I do really like this overall chest design, how you've got the... bring them a little closer here, how you've got the stay. You've got like this gold color for the crotch plate that kind of goes up into the gold for the lower jaw. That's part of the chest design, and the ring of teeth in there leading all the way up to the head. And you also get to see a little bit of the top of the Rhino head there too. And I do also very much like the here, we'll do this. I do very much like Rhinox's head. Granted, it's been a while since I've seen Beast Wars, but that's a very Rhinox looking face as far as I'm concerned. I like the bushy eyebrows, bushy robo beard. It looks good, and there's a lot of little molded details in there too, which are really neat. I like the red eyes. I like that they didn't try to give him light piping and then paint it over like they did with Rat Trap. And even like the hinges, which are actually part of the toy, make for some really nice robotic detail, whether it's intentional or not. Like up here too, these little molded bits that are actually part of the transformation just add some nice little shoulder detail to him. Yeah, he's really, really cool looking, and I like the gray, green, and gold color palette. I think it works pretty darn well for him. Now, in terms of issues that I have, it's the same issue that other people have, and it's why I'm of two minds of this figure. The fact that, first, he has trouble standing because he has little to no heel, which is just kind of an irritating oversight, I feel. Like they could have done that better. The bigger problem I have is the fact that his hips are super duper loose. Like Oh, okay, we're not going to do this now. We're going to make me look silly. All right, well, anyone who's familiar with this knows how loose these hips can be, and, I mean, this guy is like they just move around and flop, like, you can see I go to put him down, and, like, he just like, flops back like that. Yeah? Yep, there he goes. And that is annoying. And it's like, these hips, they're not ball joints. They are pinned in. I think that's called a universal joint, I think. Like, I can't fix them the same way I've fixed loose ball joints before. I don't have the patience and means to do the floor polish / super glue trick. So instead, what I tend to do is just take, like, not newspaper, like paper towel or napkins or something like that, and just put something in there in the ball joint to, you know, add more friction, tighten it up a little bit, and that works just fine. I can't do that with these hips, so they're just kind of stuck being loose, and that bugs the crap out of me. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, he's neat. He is neat. He looks fantastic, but he is such a pain in the butt to get standing. Like, I can get him standing in relatively mundane poses, but if I want to get fancy with it, it either requires a ton of luck or a ton of patience, possibly both. I've tried doing, like, fancy poses where he's got his, he's got his 2 Gatling guns out, and he's all like, John Woo action hero pose, and he doesn't hold that for anything. And it just bugs me. And I hate that, because he's aesthetically a very neat figure. It's just, I love the shape is just so wonderfully bulky, and it's like really nice proportions too. I mean, yeah, he's got a very large barrel chest and these massive shoulders and arms and big legs, but like all together it works really well. It's just, I hate how loose those hips are. And I wish I had a better, I wish I was better at fixing stuff, because then I could just fix the hips and everything would be cool. But anyway, that's enough of a tangent. So yeah, I mean, really though, just aesthetically speaking, Generations Rhinox is very cool. I love just, you got these like little bits of green poking through, almost like it is just, a robot warrior wearing rhino skin for armor. It's a look that suits him, I think. And it's just, even if I wasn't familiar with the character, I just think it's neat. It's a very neat look. I really do like the aesthetic of this, and I love how... I think the Rhino mode is great, even though it's a brick, and I think the robot mode is great. It's just those hips. Ugh. Anyway, I'm going back to the hip complaint again. Regardless, if you're a fan of Beast Wars, if you're into aesthetics, if you don't mind a figure with obnoxiously loose hips, then by all means, try and track Rhinox down, because he is cool. It's just, he requires quite a bit of patience with handling. Anyway, that has been my look at Transformers Generations Rhinox. Thank you everybody for watching. As per usual, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Any combination of those three would make me a happy Rob. And I forgot to do a size comparison, didn't I? So let's do that real quick. There's Samus, and there's Titans Return Deluxe. And yeah, there, we'll do that. He gets big. He's almost as tall as he was long in Rhino mode. Perhaps a little taller than longer. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah. He's not a tiny dude. So yes, thank you for watching. And remember, art is more than meets the eye.